Hello, everybody. Welcome to my proper review and kind of like a little bit extended rant to my Jurassic World Dominion experience. As I said in my rant, you probably heard, I am massively disappointed. This movie, it's bad. Don't go and watch it. Watch Top Gun Maverick or the upcoming Elvis. Anything except this movie. This does not deserve your money. And you're probably going to hear things in the background. There's some construction down the road. It's irritating, and I cannot wait till I'm finally going to move from this apartment to my house in the country. It's just a week away right now. Oh, finally! I'm so sick and tired of living in the city right now. Finally. Anyway, and I'm also recovering from I have been sick, common cold, and it sucks. It's summer. I want to be out. I want to be out and just walk and do something. But no, with the misfortune, just like no, cold. You're just coming cold. You're sick. Go to bed later for a week while it's sun and warm and outside. Like you mother trucker. Anyway, so it's been like a week or something since I saw Dominion, and it's still I feel disappointed. I'm a little bit more calm right now, and I just thought a lot about it, and I just see shit ton of plot holes, and I don't know, but I also have watched a lot of reviews on other rants and positive and negative, and I can tell you 100% people who say that this movie is just a fantastic movie, they are paid. I do not believe I don't believe a second they like this movie. Some part of the movie, like the old cast. Yeah, I can buy that. But the other stuff, you probably have walked out of that movie before I did. And then you see the reviews on, for example, a lot of people say Rotten Tomatoes. You can see the audience score is really high. I don't buy it. I just don't buy it. Movie companies have done this before, where they just make bots and that sort of thing to what do you call it now again? Review bombing, positively. We have seen that for Ghostbusters 2016, and we have seen a lot of that sort of thing in, for example, this newest Star Wars movies. I don't think a lot of Jurassic Park fans have been like, don't really care about making a review on the internet, like not like I do, but kind of like on Rotten Tomatoes. Like I don't have a Rotten Tomatoes account. I don't give a damn about that. And there are other websites that are doing these sort of things. Like you see a lot of websites are like the audience hate it, the audience love it, which I don't buy. So yeah, I don't trust the internet reviews on these sort of websites like Rotten Tomatoes and IMB or something like that. I don't trust them. I trust more on the rants of regular people right now. And the rants are out there. There are massively amount of them, and there are podcasts even who say that this movie it sucks. It's bad. Don't go watch it. Go see Top Gun Maverick. It deserves your money. And I can say it. Yeah, go see Top Gun Maverick. It's such an amazing movie. Yeah, it's not a perfect movie, but it is amazing. So Dominion begins with basically the dinosaurs are out in the wild. They are among humans. We live in harmoniously lifestyles. Like, first off, where are the militaries? Like the state organization sort of way that in the previous two movies they wanted to sell the dinosaurs to, and arms deals and all that, and mercenaries. Where are they? There are like few, like not even a few of them in this movie. There's no presence of them. Like in Jurassic Park 3, they had military. When they go to Isla Nublar, no, Sona I think it was, they don't fuck around. They bring guns and tanks and helicopters, like, and aircraft carriers, like amphibious aircraft carriers. I think no, they are actual proper super carriers. I think they don't fuck around. Then you have the Jurassic Park novel made by Michael Crichton, RIP. He in that the ending of the book basically ends with I think it's Puerto Rican Air Force that just bombed, like napalm bombing the entire island, Isla Nublar, killing all the dinosaurs. That's basically what happened. That's something I would probably say is very realistic, even though I don't think Puerto Rico has an air force. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not so uh, involved in that sort of thing. The point is, if something really fucks up and that is really big threat to humanity, humanity tends to, crush that sort of thing. And people are saying, "Oh, you just want to see the military kill all the dinosaurs?" Yeah, because it's something we will do. Because we will not. We be it. Why do you think humans and dinosaurs can live side by side in this sort of harmoniously kind of life? Like it's not going to happen. Like these movie shows, like, oh, look at dinosaurs, they're so happy, like, oh, they're roaming around. Like, do you realize how much a T-Rex need to eat to sustain its body and its function, to live for just a day? Like it is a lot of meat for it to eat every day to just continue surviving. Like, what kind of animals, big animals, do we have in North America specifically that are big? We have the moose, we have the bison, we have the horse, we have the bears. What else? Like, you will need probably the T-Rex will probably need like 15 cows just to every day to sustain itself. And then you have like humans as well. Do you really believe that, for example, one of those long necks, a Apatosaurus, I think it was called, walking around on a construction site, or yeah, let's say construction site, woodworking, whatever? Do you really think people are like, oh, it's so good? No, it's trampling over all the logs that we cut down. Oh no, it's destroying our equipment. Yeah, the insurance company is going to be pissed. And they're like, honey, have you seen Jimmy Jr.? Yeah, I think he's outside playing with that velociraptor. Like, what? And you just look out in the window, you see just an arm comes up and just a child arm comes up and just bloody and just like, yeah, that sort of thing will happen. So the story basically kind of begins with Blue, who's now living near Owen's ranch. She kills a wolf. Like, I don't really buy if it's a solo wolf. Yeah, that's possible, extremely possible. But for a pact, not really. Have you seen like a wolf pack hunt? Like they can take down a fucking bear if they want to. Blue's only child for some reason. She only has one. Like, you, a raptor should be able to have like 5 eggs or maybe up to 8. I don't know if something must have happened. But anyway, I think what's called Delta, right? I don't remember. As I said, this movie makes you forget as soon as you see it. But anyway, the raptor, the juvenile raptor gets kidnapped alongside with Macy for some reason. Oh yeah, I know. But it's so dumb. Like, Owen and Claire, they decide to hunt down the kidnappers. Owen makes a promise to Blue that he will bring back her child. Like, huh? She understands. Like, oh my god, these movies are so dumb. So they track down the organization sort of way, the underground kidnappers, to Malta, if I remember correctly. And it feels like they're making a tourist attraction kind of movie. Like Malta has sponsored this movie, so come here and shoot lovely sights of the buildings and that sort of thing. Like, yeah, thanks, but I'm really not that interested in going to Malta, where, housing all of those casino headquarters. Not really, no. But anyway, so then they being they are being targeted by these stupid laser tags on them, and the raptors hunt them. I have to tell you in very short, not in a nutshell here, because I don't remember that much about this movie. But I do remember the most dumbest, like for example, Claire parkouring away from a raptor. Sure, fine, yes. My brain is obviously dead by now, so I buy it. And why are the dinosaurs now in Europe and Asia and probably in Africa roaming free. You're telling me that companies who got a hand of the dinosaur spent millions, like in current day it probably would be like hundreds of millions to build a single dinosaur and just release it. Yeah, I buy that. Yeah, sure. My brain, it's inside here somewhere. This movie is about anti-corporation. Like, to me, it looks like the corporation in this movie is just, yeah, they are pro-humanity. Like, go for it. Then we have the old cast, the Alan Grant, Dr. Settler, and Ian Michael. It basically begin with this locust, and it's basically what the movie is focusing on most of the time. The locust, and I'm not kidding. They are focusing on locusts rather than they are not. There are more locusts in this movie than dinosaurs. I don't know why, but basically the biosyn, if you remember from the old movies and all that, la 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 la, the rivals are Indian, who are run by dogs, and I think was called, and he looks just like the CEO of Apple, I think it was. Well, I don't remember his name, but he looks exactly like him. So it is basically a satire of Apple. So he is such a bad, one of the most absolute generic evil corporate guy you can imagine. Like, so he basically wants to use the locusts to destroy the world's food supplies, crops, and farmlands, except for biosyn's farms and crops and that sort of thing, who has some sort of seeds that the locusts don't eat. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? What? You are head of one of the biggest, richest corporations in the world, and you want to use your money on locusts? What? You have money. You have money. Buy. Buy the lands, buy the fertile lands, buy the farms, buy the factories. Are you do it illegal way? Do you want to create a food crisis? Do you realize how like what? By this point, when I heard, I was like, I want to leave this shit. Whoever wrote this, they must be brain dead. This is someone must be so retarded that I don't know. This is such a. By this point, I don't have a brain. It's gone. It's evaporating. So you wanna create a food crisis to Do you realize how many people is going to die of starvation? Millions upon millions. I mean, just look at Ukraine. Look at Ukraine. Like Ukraine is one of the biggest export of food and crops and seeds and that sort of thing. And then the Putin, that fucking asshole, invades, and now we have not a big food crisis, but it has disturbed food crisis and supplies around the world a lot. You want to destroy the world's crops and farmlands just to control? What? You realize how many people are going to die, and you realize how many people are going to hate you, and they are going to figure it out pretty easily. Like, oh no, that farmlands have a locust problem, but biosins doesn't have it, and the locust seems to not want to eat that. Like, yeah, I can. It's basically plus by plus and equals. Yeah, biosin has done something. Let's fuck them up. Dachshund is probably going to be like branded like the most wanted terrorist in the entire world. He's not going to be remembered as a good person or who wants to help humanity. No, he's going to be remembered that that guy who wanted to destroy food supplies and kill billions of people in the world who are starving. Like you. Oh my god, this movie. So that's basically the plot from the old cast. Moving along, the new cast and their plot is to save Macy, and we also follow her a little bit. And it apparently, and she meets up with Doctor Who, what is it called, Doctor Who, right? Played by BD Wong. And that character is also what the fuck happened. Like, all of a sudden where is this cold, calculating mad scientist from the first movie? All of a sudden he's like a fucking hippie. Like, and he explained to Macy that she is the key to uh, cure every disease in the entire world. Like, sure, yes, fine, yes, she's going to cure corona. Okay, fine. And what else? Well, she's actually not born from her mother. She's actually born by herself. And by that point, I'm just like my head towards the wall. Like, what the fuck do you mean by that? Oh, she is herself her mother. Like, is this some sort of stupid feminist sort of way that I don't need a man to have a child? Yes, you do. You do need a man. It's science, it's biology. Deal with it. It's something that's called life, nature, evolution. Okay. This stupid movie. Anyway, then we move on to the new cast, Owen and Claire. And I gotta say, the chemistry between Claire and Owen are so bad. I don't believe these two people are, you know, they don't that they have a relationship. They love each other. No, like first movie, I can buy that they have some sort of chemistry. The second one, none, and this one is just. It feels like they are divorced and they hate each other. Because the chemistry between Owen and what's her name, the pilot, what was her name, Kayla something, right? Those two actually had chemistry. Both of them have uh, military backgrounds and they know what to do. They feel like, yeah, these two, they will be they will be an unstoppable force. But Owen and Claire, like, if I was Owen, I'd be like, I would be. If I was Owen, I would be like, Claire, I want divorce. You're gonna take care of that child for now. I'm with Kayla right now. And then it's kind of like hinted that she's lesbian. Like, okay, fine, I don't have a problem with that. But I will say that the actress who play her, yeah, she's hot. You can come with me all kind of sexist. Oh, you what you call a man pick. Like, yeah, sure, fuck off. I have greater respect and equal viewing of women than you ever gonna have. And yeah, I don't give a fuck. If you're looking hot, you're hot. If you're looking ugly, you're ugly. It goes the same way. I think, yeah, Chris Pratt, he's fucking hot. Like, he's a good looking dude. And I'm not even gay or something. I think, yeah, he looks like a someone who you like, yeah, I want to be something like that. I want to look like that. I mean, I'm a good looking guy for sure. I'm the only thing that I can say that I don't like about myself is probably like I'm starting to gain a little bit weight, and I'm after the summer I quit my job. I'm just gonna focus 100% on my body. I'm gonna make. I'm not gonna be a bodybuilder, but I will. I will start to have bring back some of the muscle I used to have in my teenage year. By the way, so then the plane crashed because of quads. The big pterodactyl birds attacked the plane, and Owen and tell Claire, give Claire one single parachute in to Claire. Like, there's only one in the entire plane. Like, what? Like, are you serious? You only have one parachute in this entire big plane? And Owen gives it to Claire. She survives. And then the plane crash, and both Owen and Kayla, I think her name is Kayla, right? Both of them survive without a single scrap. Like, they don't have a single scrap. No blood. Maybe like a little bit on the forehead. Like, other than that, nothing. Like, what? And as I told you in my rant, the movie is way too long. It's like 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours. Like, it's it feels like it's two movies or three packed into one, and I hate when movies do that. The old cast, they figure Biosyn's plan to do this horrible thing with food supplies, so dogs, and then some sort of go into some sort of NC mode, like, okay, fuck it, burn down the entire facility, kill all the dinosaurs. We cannot let the world know what's I'm trying to do. Like, And then he gets killed by the love source and that sort of thing. And at one point in the movie, Claire is like facing at the Dilophosaurus, like head on, and just as it's about to spit its venom on her, Owen comes in from out of nowhere and choke the Dilophosaurus. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. He's choking it with his bare hands like a bird. It's not really how it works, because if venom is not something that sits in your thorax in the animals, it sits in its skull, like under eyes or jaws, and they don't use air to force the venom to be spitted out. They use like, yeah, I think they do like press the muscle on the thorax in the glands and that sort of thing to push the venom out. So in reality, Claire would have died either way. And in a sort of way, I kind of want her to die because she's an irritating. She's just a side character. I don't care about her. The actress, Bryce Dallas, I don't care. Like, she's a bad actress. My mom, when we saw the first movie, she was like, "This actress is bad. She's really that bad." And I was like, she's fine. She's doing okay, but yeah, she's not that good of an actress. While the actress who played Kayla or something, what is her name? Dee Warren? Something, right? She actually is a way better actress, in my opinion. And then you have the Giganotosaurus, or is it pronounced? Is it pronounced Giganotosaurus? Giganotosaurus, right? Or just simply Giga, as it's referred in the Irish community. The director said that this dinosaur was supposed to be like Joker. It's want to see the world burn. Like, why would a dinosaur want to see the world burn? Even the Indominus was like, she was figuring herself out what she is. The Indoraptor just did what it was programmed in sort of way. This is an animal that existed way back even before the T-Rex, so they never would have had any kind of interaction. And like we see the Giga for like what, 5-8 minutes in this movie, and this the fight between the Giga and T-Rex and the what do you call that now again? The Ferrocinosaurus, or Fairy, as we used to call it in the eye. The fight is so, what the fuck was this? Is this what the movie has tried to build up, like for like a fight, a fight that lasts to mostly highest 3 minutes? The fight between the T-Rex and Indominus is fucking cool, and the fight between the T-Rex and the Spinosaurus is fucking cool. And I'm gonna say it. Where's the Spinosaurus? I like the Spinosaurus, even though it's scientifically inaccurate and that sort of thing. I liked it in Jurassic Park 3. I think it feels like threatening. Like the Spinosaurus feel like in that movie, like it is fucking hunting these people. It's not circumstances. It's fucking hunting, and it's scary. The the Giga, it's just a side character animal. Like it has nothing to give. It just, oh, it's another big equal sized dinosaur. It's not bigger. Like, sure. And then the fairy and the T-Rex kills the Giga, and they form some sort of animal alliance. Like, oh, you're talking about an animal that is a herbivore and a carnivorous. No, carnivore. These two things hate each other. They are going to eat. One is going to eat the other, and one is going to be frightening of the other. I feel like I don't want to talk more about this movie. I just feel like I get more tired. It feels like I'm getting my cold back just talking about this movie. So basically, the movie ends, and the dinosaurs roam free again in the world, and we have to live with that. Like, the dinosaurs live among humans, and we are going to symbiosis live to one another. Like, where's the military? Kill them. Like, these are dangerous animals. Like, do you really want, for example, lions roaming around in the backyard? No. Not even rhinos. Not even giraffes. They are dangerous animals. People who thinks this is not Turok for fuck's sake. This is where is the military? We in the Lost World, for example, when the T-Rex got to San Diego, the first thing that's going after the animal is police. They are like, "Are you serious? Like a dinosaurs in the harbor? Let's go down and see it." And there are more reports. They're like, "Okay, starting to believe that there's some sort of animal. Let's bring the veterinarian as well." They go down, and then they don't believe it probably, and then they see the T-Rex, and it screams at them, roars, and they're like, "Fuck this! Let's move! Call in the helicopter." So they call in the helicopter, police helicopter, with the biggest gun they can find, or maybe even like a poison dart. That is how, you know, reality works. And I hate that. And then I have to talk about this new force power in this movie. Basically, stretch out your hand, and the dinosaurs are going to like feel that you one of them like like you hear me like I'm raging right now. What are you? This is not fucking Star Wars. So you're telling me all for all this fucking time, Alan Grant in the first movie, all he had to fucking do is to reach out with his hand and the Velociraptor will leave them alone, or the T-Rex will not attack the cars, or in the third movie, all he has to do is stretch out his arm to the Spinosaurus and it will just leave them alone. Like, you people are the writers to this movie are they oh my god, I cannot find a word to insult this sort of intellect. It's so fucking stupid. And people and fanboys and that sort of thing who are like, don't be so over criticized, don't think too much, pull off, it's a good movie, it's a good like these people are either small children whose brain is not developed yet, or just people who have who just love to see dinosaurs in I like dinosaurs well, but I like proper dinosaurs, things that are feels like animals. These feel like they have a human sort of brain, like they understand human language and body. Like, these are animals, they don't have the same intellect as humans. And then I played a little bit over the Jurassic World Evolution 2 DLC. And my god, I will say like this. Gameplay wise, like it's fine, it's actually good. And the new maps are good. They look nice and all that. And the new dinosaurs it's fun, and all new decoration and buildings. Yeah, it's fun. But my god, Jesus Christ, what, and Odin and all, and Krish, and Allah, someone, what the fuck is wrong with the writers? Like, do you remember the first time you saw dinosaur? How magical it was. Yes, I remember. It was magical, yes. Why do you have to talk to me like that? It's stupid. Go away. And then you lost every single mission. Like, there are like 3 missions in this DLC. Pathetic, in my opinion. All of them are the same. Like, I thought we were going to catch in dinosaurs, and there's a mission, one of the Chaos Theory missions, where you have to like bring in dinosaurs from around the world to a location, and you have to protect them from poachers and hunters and sort of thing. Like, yeah, it's a fun sort of defensive mission sort of thing. But then all of a sudden it's like, let's build a park. Like, what the fuck? And then the only voice of reason is Alan Grant. Like, but that is something we have done like multiple times. Like, and it's always ended in a catastrophe. Like, yes, finally a voice of reason, but then all of a sudden everybody's like, no, they didn't do it right. Like, I'm by that point. I just want to slap them. Like, people, this is no longer a park idea. But otherwise, I would say it's a fine DLC. Like, it's a good DLC. But the dialogue between the characters are so fucking dumb. And I cannot wait till like the critical drinker is going to put out a review on this movie. He has already said a little bit on his opinion about it in one of his lives, and I agree. He's also agreeing to this movie should not exist. It's just fucking cash grab, nostalgia bait, and it's with stupid plot. And I agree to that. We may not have huge amount of agreement with some movies, but he's right about this one. If I would give Jurassic World Dominion a score, like, yeah, I would give it a 1 out of 10. This is not a good movie. It's for children whose brain is not developed and just want to see dinosaurs. Yeah, they were probably going to like it, but as an adult, when I see all this, I'm just... Jurassic Park had something. I can find very few plot holes in it. Jurassic World, The Lost World, also, I like it, and I see very few plot holes in that one. Jurassic Park 3, in a way, I like it as well. I see it more like a survival movie. Then Jurassic World, I like it. There's some plot armors and there's some really bad ideas they are going for. And then Fallen Kingdom was just, it was good in the first half. Then it's just totally face down into the water in high speed. And then this movie, it's just completely just, it's like Pandora's box with, when they open it, the only thing that comes out is stupidity. And I hope they don't do another one. Please. No, I don't want to see dinosaurs living among us, because it's not going to happen. We're going to kill them because they kill us. It's just something called nature. But I will give the DLC at least a little more praise, because it has some new mechanics and missions and that sort of thing, and buildings and decoration, all that, and dinosaurs. It's good. Honestly, if I have to give the entire trilogy a score, 4 out of 10. The only one that's pretty much holding it together is the first one, and the rest is just trying to pull it apart. And as I said about Chris Pratt as well, he seems to be like a good dude. Like, he has some good values and that sort of thing. And then you have all of those SJWs, feminists, who's just going after him because he's Christian, and all of that has family traditional views. Like, fuck off, please. I don't give a shit about that. It's his life. Why the fuck do you want to bring him down? Like, there are some actors and actresses who generally have some fucked up views and that sort of thing, who deserve some sort of criticism. Like Chris Pratt, what the fuck has he done wrong? I feel like Chris Pratt is someone I would love to sit down or have a barbecue fest and just talk philosophical things, like about his religious views and what he values, what does he think about the universe, and something like that. Not just like, oh, I love you in Jurassic World, I love you as Star-Lord, I love when you do this, how you and you that. Can you tell me about Star-Lord? What does he like? Why? Like, seriously. I can understand some actors who want to be distancing themselves from their characters because they have such a how should we say it, fanatical fans and that sort of thing. I just want to sit down and be like, so how do you think the universe began? Why do you think God created this sort of thing? Then just regular question like, who do you think is going to win the next football World Cup? That sort of things. I don't give a fuck about political stuff and that sort of thing. If he doesn't mind if I asking that sort of thing. As I said, but the only thing I can criticize Pratt is that, as I said in my rant, he is one of those actors who's just play the same character in different movies. I'm sorry, but it's basically his theme by now. He looks the same, he acts the same. Not really my preferred act. I mean, look at, what's his name? Rob Patterson and William Dafoe in The Lighthouse. I didn't even realize they were them when I saw it. And that movie is fucking amazing. I mean, that boy from Twilight, like, can you imagine him as a much older dude who's just has nihilistic views and just a complete asshole? Yeah, Lighthouse. It was fucking amazing. He's completely different. He acts different. He looks different. He even talks different. And Chris Pratt, he's same voice, same body language, same charismatic kind of guy. He always used be acting in different movies. So yeah, that's sort of my criticism for Chris Pratt. Otherwise, I do like him as a regular dude probably, but also yeah, he's done some good things even before Marvels and that sort of thing. Like Passenger, I liked him in Passenger. I like that movie because it's such a different movie that he's in and acting. He's completely much more a different person. I like that. So anyway, as I said, don't go watch it. Don't give money to these people. They don't deserve it. And I also feel like Chris Pratt in this movie, he just feel like I don't want to do this. It is something just saying to me like he don't want to do this. He just here for the paycheck. He doesn't want to do. He has no passion for this sort of thing with Jurassic World anymore. I think he knows where all of this is going. Just like Jeff Goldblum said, "I'm not a fan of Jurassic World." That's the quote I'm quoting him about. Anyway, I hope you have another great summer, be out, and all that sort of thing. Well, if you're in France, Spain, or Italy, I would suggest you stay a little bit in, have a fan, or and be equipped with water and that sort of thing. Because we have a very hot summer this year, and I hope we're not gonna have more forest fire as we used to have in like what 2020 I think it was, or 2018. My next review before I leave, it's probably going to be about the Kenobi series because I don't want to do a review of each episode. I want to review it as a season, as it entirely. I'm not going to give any hints what I think about it now. It's probably going to come out maybe 2 weeks from now, maybe 3, because I'm moving and that sort of thing, and I'm still a little bit sick. And I'm also going to have a small review for Elvis. That is a movie I'm looking for. I'm looking more forward to that movie than I have for a fucking Jurassic World movie. But anyway, have a great vacation and summertime. Hope to see you later. Bye bye.